Hi, everybody. DJ Yoakley with you with another player profile for the Springfield Tigers, brought to you by WRS Insurance Solutions. I am joined by this time by the Quiet Storm. He is Clayton Nezbeth, number 19 in your programs and number 1 in your hearts. Clayton, how are you, brother?
Pretty good, pretty good.
I would assume you're doing pretty good. On your way to Columbus this weekend, playing for a state championship. You guys did it last year as well. Wasn't in Columbus. Was in the Hall of Fame Stadium, Tom Benson Stadium, in Canton. Talk to me about how this experience, especially during your senior year, has been different than the experience you guys had last year.
It's truly been different. We're not really able to get close with each other this year because of COVID and the social distancing rules.
I can respect that, and from a standpoint of outside of COVID, this is a different team. Obviously, a lot of the same guys on it. Your senior group is very, very tight knit. For you guys, if you're the first team to win that state championship in football, what does that mean for your legacy at Springfield High School?
It would be truly amazing. We'll go down in history as the first team to ever win state for football.
I mean, what does that mean to you personally? I see the smile. You cracked the smile. So we got one layer past the onion. Talk to me about for you. What would that mean to you personally? I mean, you've been playing football for a long, long time, and to bring home the big trophy your senior year is something that you'll be able to look back on for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it would be all the hard work that I've been able to put in, all working towards this would be finally paying off.
All right, so everybody knows that last year you came up one game short of that title. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that. What we are going to spend a lot of time on is what part of that season last year drove you. I mean, does it play back in your mind? Do you guys have signs hanging up in the locker room to remind you that you were one game away from the ultimate success and one of 7 opportunities in the state of Ohio to be the last team standing? Is that something that you guys have, and what drives you?
Just with a chip on his shoulder, trying to go back and not be embarrassed like we were last year.
So you said embarrassed.
Yeah.
Talk to me about. I mean, when you think about that, are there moments during that game that maybe during your workouts, or your personal workouts because of COVID, did you think back to that moment almost like to as a driver, like one more push up, one more rep, one more something, or is it something that we just see in movies?
It's we just makes me angry that we lost by that bad. It really drives us harder to go and try and bring it home this time.
All right, you are going to bring it home this time. We know that because you're going to let them know what Springfield's all about. All right, so let's talk about that game last week against Fort Frye. Towards the end of the first half, there was 4 seconds left, I think, and the play came to your side of the field, and you held them up. There was 3 or 4 of you guys that just did not stop. I mean, the engine just kept going, the motor kept running. Talk to me about. I don't even know if you can think about what was going on in that moment, but talk to me about when you see it back on tape. What was going through your mind, and what did you read, and how did you come through with that big play?
I knew we had to stop them then because if we didn't stop them there, they'd get the ball back and the game would have totally went a different direction. We weren't able to stop them there.
So the biggest thing for me, Clayton, to know about is what I think happens and what I think everybody thinks happens in a Springfield Tiger locker room is almost the exact opposite. I imagine in my mind there's a lot of hooting and hollering and just jamming and all this stuff, and you walk in and it's funny because your mom and a lot of people call you the Storm. There was a almost unbelievable quiet, like, peace before you guys took the field last Saturday night. Talk to me about that. Is that something that you guys pride yourself in? Is that just finding yourself in that moment and then cashing in and taking out your aggression when you get on the field?
Yeah, we like to focus up, keep it nice and quiet, get in your zone. And so when we go out on the field, you can just release everything.
Coach G, not a big rah-rah speech as everybody's going to see Thursday nights on Level Up. Let them know, the Springfield edition. But then you let Brady talk, and it gets people amped up. Talk to me about the leadership on this team and the different styles of leadership. You're kind of the quiet guy that gets it done on the field. Is Brady the motivational leader for you?
Yeah, Brady's more the talkative kind of guy that really gets everyone going. You fall behind him. And like me and Tyndall are more of the quiet, lead by example kind of guys.
Well, you guys sure did that. I mean, you guys hopping in the end zone a few times, twice, as a matter of fact, last Friday night, and then getting a nice boot off the leg of number one, one of the best kicker, in my opinion, in the state of Ohio. That's never bad to have. Talk to me about the confidence that you have when you cross over into the other team's side of the field with your football team and a freaking kicker like you have right there in the other Clayton.
It's truly amazing being able to go on there, boost our confidence greatly that they can't stop us, and we're over there.
All right, man, state championship. What do you want to do? I mean, yes, we all know you want to raise the trophy and win the championship. What's one thing you want to accomplish, win, lose, or draw?
Put out a good fight. No one quits. Just have it a close game, if that.
You might be the ultimate teamer that I've ever interviewed in my life. Like, most people are going to say, I want a touchdown or, just a carry in the ball game. You just put up a good fight. I love it. I love it. If you guys have an extra jersey, I'm in. Like, I'm ready to go. I think I still got 1 year eligibility. Nobody's going to question my size. I'm going to be in. We're good. All right. So talk to me about this after the game tomorrow, after the game on Sunday. What do you want people to know about this Springfield team that they otherwise wouldn't know about?
That we're closed enrollment and that we've always been playing with each other. That we haven't been able to get some people from out of our district.
Love it. I love it. I mean, that's what do you call yourselves, homegrown, right? Talk to me about the pride that is being homegrown and you guys playing all the way up from Pee-wees all the way up to your senior year.
That's great. That we've all been raised around this area and we've all lived around here. We haven't came from different areas around the state. We've all been from here.
All right. There's one or two guys that probably meant a lot to you from being a freshman, right? So when you look at the opportunities that have been given to you, maybe someone gave you a chance early on in your high school career. Who was that for you from a player standpoint? Who kind of took you under their wing?
I always looked up towards Zach Stouffer. He was also always an all-star linebacker, which is a position I played. I always looked up towards him.
All right, and now the other way around. You're gonna wrap your arm around some youngster this year, or maybe even this weekend, and say, "Take it in, kid." Who is that for you, and who should we watch out for the future generations of Springfield Tigers?
I'd probably look towards George. He's got really a nice drive towards him. He's a really angry kind of guy.
Are you an angry kind of guy?
Yeah, not really.
I'm not going to lie to you. I was nervous for this interview because I saw you in the locker room and you were the angriest of angry. So I was a little bit nervous, a little bit standoffish, but I couldn't be more wrong. All right, here's another question for you. When you look at your role models off the field, who has been there for you through thick and thin? Who do you look to for advice and things of that nature that maybe doesn't wear a Tiger jersey?
I usually look towards my parents. They're always on my back and my side. They always help me push forward through the hard stuff.
You're a man of many words. Let's talk about your future. What do you want to do at the next level? Are you looking to play ball still? I know that you've got great genes in the family of athletics. Are you looking to play ball at the next level? And if not, what are you looking to study?
I mean, if it happens, then it happens. But if it doesn't, I'm not really worried about it. I'm looking to go to a trade school and kind of follow behind my brother. He's doing a pipelining union.
That's pretty. I mean, that's going to be money right out the gate, man. So good for you. Way to follow that dream. And there's plenty of it to be had around this area. So, are you looking to stay close to home, or are you looking to move around the country a little bit?
I'd like to move around the country a little bit, get to see the nature and whatnot. But yeah.
All right, you got one spot you get to go on vacation, all inclusive. Everything's paid for you. Where are you going and why?
Probably the Bahamas. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it.
Are you a warm weather guy?
Yeah, just chilling around the beach, but I'd like to go in like somewhere cold, snowboarding. That'd be pretty.
Okay. I like snow. I mean, I can see you as a snowboarder. You kind of got the hair going. It's not the flip like it used to be. I'm sure. Did you have the flip, the Bieber flip?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Of course you did. All right. Yeah, I know your family very well. Talk to me about what it means to have a family that supports you so much in everything you do, not just on the field, but just constantly pushing you to be better. I mean, you got siblings. Of course, your parents are fantastic. Your entire family is awesome. Talk to me about that and the great support system that they are to you.
Yeah, they're amazing. They've always been on my back. They've always pushed me to try harder and do better for myself and truly push me to my full potential.
All right, so what is the best story you can give me about Coach Guerrero?
Him jamming to the music during doubles.
Is he a terrible dancer?
Yes, very.
Well, he was giving me grief about my vertical the other day. We were on a pregame show, and he goes, "What's your vertical?" And I said, "Maybe a credit card." He's like, "Bro, you're going to have to get those numbers up if you want to chest bump me in the air." So, love Coach G. What has he meant to you over the past 4 years? He's a great leader. You've got great coaches all across the board. Talk about your coaching staff and why it's just different in Springfield.
We're all close with our coaches. They're basically second parents to us. That we've spent so much time with them. They're truly amazing.
All right, so final question I have for you. What makes Springfield so much different and so much better than everywhere else?
Our drive to win and compete with other schools. And we're all homegrown.
Love it, man. Homegrown is it's got to be the title of this thing because you've said it 3 times already. So Clayton Nezbeth, unless you got anything else you want to get off your chest or any shout outs, that's going to wrap our player profile brought to you by WRS Insurance Solutions. I thank you very much, young man, and I wish you all the best of luck and make sure I get a fist bump whenever you win that state championship, all right?
Thank you.